It's a nice morning there. Can I tell you about something that happened this morning? You can't make any little messages down the bottom again. I was looking out my window about 5:30 this morning. I had other things to do, but I was staring out my bedroom window because they're staring up at the stars. And something I don't normally see happened this morning. I don't know if this is like a Project Bluebeam, but I know I'm aware that lots of people are seeing more things going on in the sky. I know I thought I'd see anything going on strange in the sky, but I did this morning. Just all the stars were shining as they normally do, just glistening, you know. I thought there was no point in grabbing my phone to try and record this, but it seemed like the stars were coming together and then shooting off in a direction that they were heading southeast, and I've never seen this before. I've never had this anomaly before. But it wasn't just that. I started to see some of them. There was like shooting stars, like quite common shooting stars, and it seemed they were moving together. I don't know if this is some DARPA invention with this, the orbs. If you've seen the orbs that DARPA have, that was found in South America. Obviously I don't know much about it since I can't explain what I'm talking about. But there are some goings on if you look up. And I can still kind of see, you try and explain it away with it's moving clouds. It's something else other than those stars acting really weird and moving together. But it did happen. No. Press like and subscribe, eh? This is a guy that was called a rapist. This is a father that's had his children abducted. Women's Aid assisted in the abduction. Edinburgh Women's Aid assisted in the abduction of my children. My ex called me a rapist to fulfill that abduction, to manage to be able to abduct and abuse children. I was called a woman beater and rapist. I've just told you I've seen stars flying about together that I can't quite explain. So I'm not expecting anyone to believe anything I'm saying. This is UPAIN, Unified Parental Alienation International Network. For those capable and willing to come and appear at my home, don't do it when you're full of drugs or drunk. Don't care how tough or argumentative you are. You don't come to my house full of drugs or when you're heavily inebriated. It never ends well for anyone, and I can't go drunk people. So unless there's a need or an urge to end something, or you can't control something, then you can come round in that position. But don't create a mess of yourself and then come round and try and mess up my life. It's difficult enough. Yeah, see, I've seen some funny things in the sky this morning. That's it. That's all I've got to say. I missed my son and daughter, Matthew and Ava. I need to get to see my children. I really need to get to see them. The fact that I come on this thing sort of 2-3 times a week and I explain that my children were abducted by a woman that called me a rapist, and this was funded by a women's charity called Women's Aid that the Scottish Government still fund. And it's not just the Scottish Government and it's not just the charity. Police Scotland assisted in the abduction of my children. I was never innocent until proven guilty. I was guilty from the first lie that she decided to make. The first time she spoke out and said that I had beaten her or sexually assaulted her, the police came and arrested me and lifted me. Police Scotland assisted in the abduction of my children after that, and I've had to live the last 11 years, not been allowed to work, not been given any positions where I can open a business. And previously I had a marketing company and I was making money. Previously I was selling goods and services on behalf of big companies. Now I'm not allowed to be employed because of false allegations that were made against me, and my children are being abused because Police Scotland, the Scottish Government and a Scottish charity colluded to abuse and abduct my children with a Polish child abuser. That's the real reason for this. It's not to tell you about anomalies that I'm seeing in the sky that you might think's nonsense or not, but I've definitely seen crazy things in the sky this morning. Whether it's Project Bluebeam, whether it's something different, I've got no idea what DARPA are up to, I've got no idea what your government's up to, but I can tell you things aren't right. And the fact that you're ignoring the message that I'm telling you about child abuse and you're just ignoring it, the fact that I'm telling you your government's funding child abuse, your government is a paedophile network. The charity, the funded feminist charity, isn't a charity for mothers or women, it's a charity for fanatical child abusing feminists. The town is awash with your Freemasonic, Eastern Star and Catholic cult members. And when you're coming to my house drunk and you're complaining about me having an opinion about the Catholic cult when you don't have a clue about anything that's going on down there, this Mizraim rituals, and that's what the Catholic cult is. And I don't mean the Memphis and Mizraim Freemasonry, which again it's all linked, but we shouldn't be funding child abuse, we shouldn't be funding abduction. The government should not fund any of this. I know you all have something to say, so I hope you get to say it in the comments. So I guess it's about 8 o'clock, something like that. I've been out for a couple of hours walking around the streets. Been a waster, there's nothing else to do. Hopefully I'll get to give some money back to my mate, because I'm constantly having to borrow to get the very basics. Hopefully I'll get to drop some money into him. But all I want to do is get some cash and get out of here and go to Poland and see what these scumbags in Poland are going to do to me next. Because last time I was there, I was harassed in every possible way from every single part of the town, whether it was from the people she worked with in Troax, whether it was from the prosecutors, scumbag paedophile protectors, or whether it was from the church and the Yana Pavla 2 community of paedophile protectors and child abusing liars. But I'm letting you know something that you should really be concerned about. If you have children, you should definitely be concerned about. If you have a partner, you should be concerned about this, because it was my ex-partner that said I was a rapist. It was her that abducted my children, and it was the Scottish Government and Police Scotland, who I'm supposed to turn to for help. It was them that assisted the abuse of children. They assisted it, they funded it. Where do you go for help after this, when everyone in this society, the good guys are still busy playing at bad acting, the Catholic cult members are still busy giving paedophiles collars to hide them in your community? The number of people that come along here to listen to this mad nonsense that I speak, you're just looking for a chance to belittle someone that's down on the ground crawling, hands and knees to survival here, hands and knees. And I know a lot, I went to school with some of you people out there and you're still jealous. You're still jealous of a man with nothing. A lot of you wee fake people out there with 100 businesses and £100,000 million in your bank account. Sell out Freemasonic, Eastern Star, child abusing liars, that's what you are. One of you should have appeared and given me help, you know. Family, friends, community, Police Scotland, Scottish Government. One of you should have contacted me and given us help. You assisted in the abuse of my children. You assisted in the abuse of my children. You assisted in the abduction. You called me a rapist. You called me a woman beater, and it was a lie. This is Scottish Government that funded the female charity, the feminist beast charity that abuses kids. Well, thanks for telling us, Joe. One person's going to press like before anybody ever comes on. Take the like away and get rid of yourselves. Every day. My kids and I have been separated for years, and still this story doesn't go into your bloody heads. I walk around the streets early in the morning so I don't top myself in the house with nothing. I've got nothing in there because of you scumbags. Only things that I care about is my son and daughter. Do you know what? They were abducted from there. Is that pretty funny for you school pals, eh? Mates, family, is it funny? Scum. Thanks for reaching out. Redact that like, get rid of that like, and bolt 20 odd people. Fruitcakes. YouTube get to control all of this anyway, 25 people there. Oh, over 1,000 people, yeah, the YouTube algorithms, yeah, so likes and shut up. YouTube's for paedophiles, obviously, and you guys are quite easily sold to. Every pervert in the market can sell to you. Every wee child abusing bitch you'll fund. Every liar you'll make sure has what they need. Good morning. If it isn't women walking in here, it's non-English speakers walking in here. They can say good morning. It's like me walking about Poland saying dzień dobry. I can understand some of what you're saying, but I can't get by. I can't even get by with most of this stuff. But it doesn't mean that when I make the effort and when I go there, I don't get to see my kids. I'm getting way past this coming out, and this is my hometown. I'm nothing to this town. You're nothing to any town either, by the way. Your kids mean nothing. If you're a paedophile, then you're protected. If you're a wee fanatical feminist boot, you're protected. If you're a child abusing Police Scotland employee, you can abduct and abuse children. You can stop men from getting the right to any lawful. Is there anything lawful? This is part one anyway. This is part one at the Foundry. Part two is going to be down at Food Giant. What's Food Giant called these days? Anywhere you can buy crappy food. Anyway, you ruffian Freemasonic Catholic cult members, don't dare try and come to my house and frighten me. And a big shout out to some of the girls and a woman that let herself to be known who works here, saying more people should be listening, we should be opening a conversation and speak about the child abuse that's funded from these feminist charities where they all turn their back and pretend they're women and mothers and they're nothing more than feminist liars, feminist child abusing liars at that. And any mother walking in hearing this, they would come and want to speak about it. What do you mean? What's going on? Who's funded what? Can I help in any way? Because I find myself to be a feminine feminist. But there's no such thing. It's only violent and fanatical feminists we have. It's only child abuse and lying feminists we have. The motherly instincts have died. Good morning. People make nervous eye contact because they don't want to understand or speak or deal with this. Oh no, it's just that one guy that's dealing with that. No, There's hundreds of fathers taking their lives every day because this is normalised and accepted. Because child abuse is just accepted. No, it's not accepted, Joe. You just told us the Scottish Government funds it. Okay, I'm wrong, it's funded. It's not just funded, Joe. You've just told us that Police Scotland, the ones that are supposed to protect your community, they assist in the abduction. That's right, paedophiles. They are paedophiles. The Police Scotland paedophiles help and abduct children. Imagine that. The police, your local police. Yes, it's not just the Polish Policja. No, it's not just the Polish Policja coming in my house in Poland or arresting me, calling me a terrorist, throwing me in a dungeon. It's also the scumbags with Police Scotland uniforms. And if you see half of what we call police nowadays, if any man decided to get angry with you, he would rip you to pieces. But you're not. We've got all these little effeminate police now, popping about with rainbow badges, never having kids themselves, so they never become mothers or fathers. So having children's not important, so the future of this world is not important. So the rape and abuse of children is important, so the Freemasons don't say a word, so the Catholic cult doesn't say a word, so the Eastern Star paedophile protectors don't say a word. But who does say a word? One or two wee women that walk about in here and work in here, from the council, from the foundry, from all the places I'm barred from. And the time you started to listen, Police Scotland as well, there's decent men and women there, but you can't be decent while you're run by Freemasonic cult members that abuse kids. While you don't listen to fathers. You should be coming and speaking to me. You need to be coming and addressing the child abuse which you're funding. You need to be coming and addressing the child abuse and feminist fanatical beasts that you fund. This is just stolen Wi-Fi I'm using to communicate this message to you. If you're a mother or a father, you need to know that your children aren't safe. They're not safe with your government. They're not safe with your police. They're not safe with your council. And they're not safe with what we call charity. Because the charity we call charity is funded feminist child abusers. The ones that protect paedophiles in the community. And see the people saying they're venerated in the community? The Freemasons. Those are the ones bringing down community and tearing apart families. See your wee Catholic cult, Memphis and Mizraim. It's not ever stopped. Child sacrifice is just an ongoing thing here, isn't it? And right now it's my kids that are being abused by the woman that I loved. What's wrong with you? How can you possibly fall in love with a woman that beats and abuses and abducts children? You could be too. Because when they fund it, when the Scottish Government fund fanatical beasts, you might end up, do you know what? Is he getting away for this guy, getting a house, getting a job, and getting him put in prison? That sounds pretty good to me. And it's funded if you want that to happen. If you've got a missus that was willing to do that, she can do that. If you get a missus from a different country, she'll be funded to take the kids away into another country, or you'll get stuck in prison, you'll get called a rapist and she'll be protected somewhere while the kids are hidden. I know an Asian woman as well from here, but the only thing is, she is not willing to take her children away from the father, and she gets slapped about by him. She gets slapped about by her husband. She's still not willing to take her away, and Women's Aid offered that. Women's Aid offered to take him away, and you know what? Take him away from the wee violent pussy. Take him away. If any man is slapping a woman about, he will deserve to be slapped about, and he'll go to prison and be slapped about. But it seems to be if you do hurt women, if you do abuse women, if you do abuse kids, you're protected. As a woman, we fund the protection of beastly, abusive paedophile sympathisers. In Poland right now, that every road leads to Rome. Poland is awash with these paedophiles. I can't believe you have a magic white collar. All you need to do is give him a hand and call him a priest. What do you mean, priest? Predator? Well, let me tell you about the number of predators in Yana Pavla 2. Not just the predators in our government, not just the paedophiles in our government. No, there's a vast number of predators in our government, a vast number of paedophiles in our government, a vast number of paedophile protectors. There's vast numbers of feminist women that protect paedophiles. They'll actually have their own children put in front of these beasts because they get given handouts. Your government, your charities give handouts to feminist child abusing women. And do I have this court documented? Yes, I do. It's court documented. My children were abducted and it was funded. The abduction was funded. Who funded the abduction? The Scottish Government. Who assisted in the abduction? Police Scotland assisted in the abduction of my children. And I'm telling you, if you have kids and you're a father, it could be you as well. The feminist willing to call you a rapist, she's funded to do that and she'll be protected and she'll never ever face anything for calling you that. For abusing children. For calling you a rapist, for calling you a woman beater. She'll never have to face anything. All she'll do is gain support, gain financial support. Because if you're a father in this community, any community like this right now, if you're a father and you do anything decent or venerable, you will not be decent in society. And society will be brought down. Who do you think you are? We've already got the Freemasons, we've already got the Catholic cult, we've already got the Eastern Star. That's the good people. But they're all abusing. Shut it. You'll get killed if you don't stop talking about the Freemasonic nightmares, the Catholic cult Mizraim nightmares, pagans. Pagan baby burners. And that's what Mizraim was. Paganist rituals. Paganist now that we call them Catholic. Stick them in a big building. I make a great effort to make eye contact with anybody walking in here because I want to make sure I speak to them about anything they're capable and willing to speak about. If you're a father or a mother and you live in Scotland, you need to know Police Scotland will assist in the abduction of your children. They'll stick you in the prison cell. You will not be innocent until proven guilty. There is no maximum law in this country. In fact, the Scottish Government, they'll fund it because they're paedophile protectors. And then Police Scotland will assist the woman that called you a rapist. And she got to call you a rapist because she went to a feminist charity called Women's Aid that is funded. Every part of this is sick. Every part of this is sick. And if you're a father and you live in the UK, you should be contacting me. I've given you the details. The one or two crap emails I'm getting from you, no wonder I don't bother with any of this Wi-Fi or nonsense paying you 15 quid to speak to you lot. You're not innocent, you're whatever they say. You're innocent kids, they're no longer innocent. They're abused, raped and mind raped if women are going to be funded to abuse. They can take them to any country in the world and sell them off to any cult. The Catholic cult's the one that's got my kids in Poland. Why? Because Edinburgh Women's Aid funded the child abusing liar. The one that called me a rapist. Who wrote that story? Because it didn't happen. I'm not a rapist. Who wrote the story? Edinburgh Women's Aid, court documented. And who told that? My ex. Many of you have said, but what if your ex is just lying? Listen, if she lied to 3 higher judges, that's up to her. She's already got a millstone round her neck because she's a child abusing liar. So normally, in the past, we always had the police coming because people didn't like their wee ears to be hurt. Oh no, I'm listening about child being abused. So let's phone the police because my ears don't like to hear it. I'm a woman that's offended that you're calling Women's Aid a fanatical, beastly charity. It is a fanatical, beastly charity, and you're a fanatical beast. If you're part of the Eastern Star, the Freemasonic cult, the Catholic cult, you're a child abusing paedophile protector. And I know if you come across a man like me, I'm going to get through you. My children have been taken and stolen and hidden. Who funded it? the Scottish Government, and we've pointed out their paedophile protection racket 1,000 times. We've pointed out even the Scottish MPs in Falkirk, Joyce, and every one of them nonsense. Every one of them raping and abusing kids, while we fund the charities to have their children abused and abducted. There's eye contact everywhere, but beside me, we don't want to make eye contact with a father. Good morning. Men believe that. Men believe that. Fight the good fight. Is it a good fight? No, it's not a good fight when you're standing yourself, but at least he's willing to say it. Standing there with his head down. Aye, he's 6 foot tall, he's a big man, he's all ready. But his head drops as soon as he hears a man, a father. It's nice to have all your wee pagan ritualistic, colourful patterns and crappy wee things put up. I used to love a wee bit of Christmas and party time as well. Oh, we don't want to hurt people's feelings when they're coming here. This is my town, this is my Barhead Sports Centre. Now it's called something different because other people are funding it from fanatical, beastly, child abusing, low-life charities. There might be a part 2 to this anyway. I'm going to go down and make sure I get myself something to eat. We don't make eye contact, we don't talk these days. Do you know what to do to show how tough we are? We got 100 million tattoos on our body. Just tattoo every part of me, because I'm the hardest guy you know. Every MMA fighter, every cage fighter, they've all got hundreds of tattoos. They're all the hardest guys. They're all wee nonsense, every one of them. Every one of them. Every one of the cage fighters, every one of the fake little boy fighters. I invite any one of them to come and end me. Cowards, the whole lot of you. The cowards I went to school with, the cowards that called me friends, the coward that called me brother, the ones that say they're family. Years pass while children are being abused. Scotland assisted. Good morning, mate. Every father stands up for the children. Every man and father stands up for children. Every one of us do. Bar none. It's their heads that are down. It's their heads that are down. And they're the ones funded. They're the ones that will be calling us, oh no, he's mad, him. He's crazy, he talks a lot of mad stuff. It's a conspiracy theory. Court documented. Scottish Government, hang on. What do we need to do to prove that they're a paedophile racket? Police Scotland? Have you seen what passes as a police officer these days? Thank God I've met a few good strong ones. And we need a strong police force, which means we need good strong constables, and we can't have good strong constables while we're funding feminist fanatical charities that break families, cause family violence and abuse children on behalf of paedophile protectors. That's you women I'm talking about, paedophile protectors, and half of your pedos as well. You're as bad as any one of these wee Freemasonic Catholic cult members. You're as bad as them. Turning your back on me, turning your back on a father, coming to my door in every possible way, trying to bring fear into my life. There's no more fear can be possibly brought into my life than's already been brought in. If you're a father and your children get taken away, that's fear. That's fear. And then if you live through that for a couple of years, believe me, you're going to be broken in pieces, man. You're going to be broken into pieces. Then you'll have these wee little rats for YouTube and your wee fake friends reach out. Oh, we think you're suicidal. I'm as strong as I've ever been, and I see through you. I see through your mask, you wee beast. And I'm talking to you. You know I'm talking to you. You know I'm talking to you. Big man. Lots of you big men out there, isn't there? Cowards. If there's a real man out there, oh, press a like, press subscribe. Real fathers, go press like and subscribe if you're a father, if you're a man, if you've got a set, because this is going to appear in your algorithms. Me speaking like this about the Scottish Government, it's got to appear.
Can you move? You are here for the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you look for other spot around the building that noise in the principal door?
I'll try up and down, but I need to speak about what I'm speaking about.
Yeah, but the customers put me complaint.
Yeah, I know. They're complaining because they don't like what I'm speaking about.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, and what I'm speaking
So-
about is something that I need to speak. Listen,
Yeah,
I
but,
find-
but because it's private and it's better don't share with other.
yeah,
you can keep.
this is a public place.
No, that is part of the building.
This
So
is, well, there's public access.
for members, yeah.
No, it's for the community. This is a Barhead Foundry, and this is publicly. I'm just checking. This is publicly accessible. There's
Yeah.
nothing closed off or gated,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to cause
ma-
any problem with you. I'm
Yeah.
trying to speak about a father's rights and children's rights.
Yeah.
I'll try and move away somewhere, but I'm only doing it because you've been polite to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't
Yeah.
need to.
No,
right?
no.
And I'm trying.
Yes,
I'm
for
trying.
us-
I'm trying to speak about fathers and children's rights while we're funding feminist charities that abduct. Now I don't need to tell you my personal story, but I would if you
No,
wanted
no,
to
no,
hear
no,
it.
no.
But
For
what
us-
you're doing coming out here, you can't do what you've just done, right? Because this is a publicly accessible place. If I walk in there and do that, you've got the right
It's
to
for
say
respect. It's for respect your privacy about your
that.
business.
It's for respect.
And
It's
so-
for respect. So respectfully, I need to stay where I am and speak about what I'm speaking about. I will finish very soon, and I've got some places to go. It's just that when my children are abducted, they're the number one
Yeah.
thing to me, not anybody having a wee, oh no, that hurts my feelings. I couldn't care less about your feelings.
Yeah.
Your feelings aren't protected by the police. Do you know what else is not protected by the police? Children. And I'm trying to make sure that message gets out to men.
Well,
Does
yes,
that make sense? Does it make sense?
Yeah, you have rights about that. You have rights, and I go like that. You have the rights. Maybe in the corner you can get the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'll try for you, as I said before, but that means you need to
It's because it's-
respectfully be as respectful as me and
No,
say,
no, no,
okay,
no, for
thank
that.
you, and
You-
have manners
I
and that
want
kind
that
of
you
thing.
keep going with your rights,
Uh-huh,
you know,
uh-huh.
but I want like that you move, maybe in the corner you
I
can
know
get
it.
Wi-Fi.
As I said, number 3, I'm going to go to another location,
Yes, please.
but just hear it here. But if somebody comes in and makes a complaint about having hurt feelings because they don't like hearing something, that's not my business, and it's not yours either.
No.
If they're going to make a complaint, let their
No.
wee head complain. If there's women abusing kids and it's funded, I'm going to talk about it.
Serious.
Especially when I can show you.
No, our complaint and our problem is the complaint from the customers.
Ah, good. I
You know,
know,
no,
right.
it's about you. It's about the complaints of the customers.
I
So-
understand that. I've had it in every place in the town because I
Yeah.
speak about this in every place in the town with free Wi-Fi because I'm stopped from gaining employment from the Scottish government. So it's like I would rather just be lazy and lie in bed and take drugs, obviously like everyone else here. But it doesn't help me and my children
Okay.
if I do that.
Keep going with your business, but try another place.
Aye,
Okay?
right.
Thank you.
Right, no
Thank you
worries.
so much.
You have a nice day and
too.
stick up for your children there. Yeah. I hope the message does get through somewhere and let them complain. And they have as much right as I do to say I'm annoyed, and they can come and let me know that on behalf of their female custom, they're making complaints about me having my basic human rights to speak. In fact, not human rights. Any man can go and speak his mind. If it's going to hurt your ears, let it hurt your ears. If it's going to hurt your feelings, let it hurt your feelings. What you decide and what you think and what you feel is nothing to do with me. But if you're going to abuse, abduct and take my children, that's got something to do with me. If you're going to fund the abduction and the abuse of my children, that's got something to do with me. If you expect me to do what you tell me, you're going to have a right good reason for it. Because I'm a very kind and considerate man. And if you've got a good reason to ask me to do anything, I'll really consider that. If it's got to do with hurting your feelings, while I'm trying to speak about the safety and protection of children and fathers so fathers don't take their lives, and that hurts your feelings as an adult, you're the problem. You're the problem. Anytime mothers and fathers want to protect their children, and a father stands up and lets you know when the government is funding the downfall, when a father stands up and he lets you know when a charity is funding the downfall, when a father stands up and he lets you know the Police Scotland and his community is funding the downfall and being part of the abduction, as well as the council building, as well as the Freemasons and the Catholic cults. I'm going to let you know about every one of these things, every one of them. And I'm going to let you know what I know, and I'm going to tell you whatever I decide to tell you. You can't be telling me what is hurt your feelings. Believe me, having my children abducted and abused hurts my feelings. Waking up in the morning and not knowing if they're safe hurts my feelings. Having wee stupid men come out and tell me to move on and do something different, that doesn't hurt my feelings. Everybody's got a right to come out and tell me what they want to come and tell me. I've got a right to listen if I want to listen. I've got a right to react if I want to react, as do you. So make sure you use those rights. Also try and be polite. So to be polite to the young man in this building, I'm going to go away now. And I'm going to go down. You see, it doesn't work down there. But the thing is, we gave it a go. We tried our best. We tried to help the gentleman inside. But as long as I can see a man's face not reacting when I tell you, if I see a man's face not reacting when I tell you about children being abused, I'm going to consider what you are. I'm going to be considering what type of man you are. Have a lovely morning. There's a few of you on here just now. If any of your mothers or fathers, you should be pressing it a like, you should be pressing subscribe, you should be sharing this message. I've just sat and told you about Please Scotland, the Scottish Government, the paedophile rings that are bringing despair to your family violence, which is funded and created by child abusing feminists, fanatical feminists, who will still complain about their feelings. Their feelings come before the safety of children. The feminist fanatical feelings come before children's rights. Oh, but my feelings, I'm part of the Eastern Star. With my feelings, I'm a Freemason. I've got a big strong Tyler standing with a sword at the front door. These are cowards. These are cowards that don't protect children. These are cowards, and that's going to come and affect you. I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm hungry. The important thing is, I need to know where my kids are. And all you're going to do right now maybe I'll get one of your wee silly viruses that you're pushing down on above us. And by the way, those stars were moving about. Good morning, young man. There you go, I said good morning. Normally we don't get a reply. Bye. All the best. I might see you at Lidl. Matthew, Ava, I'm sorry.